first story for you. Before I get to it, I was talking to some friends this past week about police officers. Now, if you were to take police officers and look at them in sort of a pie chart, 80% of police folk are, they have a hero complex, they're sort of wired to sort of think like they want to save the world. In their past life, they probably thought they were Superman and X-Man or Batman, and they want to save the world from all gloom and doom. And there's another 20%. And the 20% are people who I like to refer to as Project Save-A-Hos. And these individuals are the people that we all hated in high school, like the kids that weren't popular, the kids that were probably, suffered with some issues of obesity, the kids that everybody made fun of, and they just want to get even. So in order for them to get even, they decided to become police officers. This story is about those guys. Okay? This story also has racism tied into it and all this other stuff. But it's very interesting one. It's about Landry Thompson, a 13-year-old dancer who was leaving her hometown of Oklahoma to go to a dancing convening that was taking place in Houston. Now there was dancing producers and, choreographers and blase. And as part of, her going down, she went with her two dance instructors. The two dance instructors happened to be African-American. Josiah Kelly is one of those. And the other one is Emmanuel Hurd. Now, Emmanuel Hurd got a permission slip from Landry's parents to take her down there. He had full, authority and parental guidance over her while they were on this trip. While in Houston for the dance training, her two dance instructors stopped to get gas and to find out how to get to their hotel. They had a really long day in the studio, really long day dealing with producers, and they ended up dozing off in the car. They woke up only to find the car completely and totally surrounded by police officers. And then all of a sudden, they pull the two individuals out of the car, both Emmanuel and his other dance partner, Josiah. And the officer said, "Who's the girl?" And they said, "She's my student." He then presented to the officers a letter, stating the purpose of the weekend and a notarized letter from her parents indicating that Hurd had complete and 100% parental guidance for Landry Thompson. Didn't matter one bit. The officers ignored all the documentation and they arrested both of the black dance instructors. For what reason? Only the Lord knows. And they put Landry in child protective services. Landry's mother was absolutely horrified by the whole situation, as any mother would be. When I entrusted my child to the dance instructor. Dance instructor was doing his job, but because dancer was white and dance instructors were black, police officers, Project Save-A-Hos, decided they were going to go try to save a hoe. And not in a bad way. I'm not trying to be, I'm using the term, let me be very clear. I'm using the term in a joking manner. This whole idea of they feel as though that they're trying to save everybody. All of a sudden, 11 hours later, Landry was released back to Hurd like nothing happened, and the story ended. Right? No apology from the police department, nothing. This America is what I call Project Save-A-Ho syndrome. When police officers feel as though that they are the next thing next to sliced bread, and because of that, they feel as though they see a black man with a white woman and they assume the absolute worst. This America is why African American men have problems with police officers, because of stories like this. Officers Save-A-Ho, who believes that it's their job to save all people when clearly nobody here needs saving. It's horrible.